being, I don't.
I have been begging and asking and pleading and screaming for help. And I've got all I need and it's still not good enough. I don't know what they want me to do. I've been arrested. I've been detained. I've been verbally abused by the sheriff's department in Calvert County and these judges.
Well, they stuck guns in your face.
Over. Well, yeah, they didn't stick it in my face. They just had it pointed at me like I'm a criminal, you know. I mean, this is terrible. I don't know what to do. I have called everybody, the civil justice, Phil Robinson, called Peter Holland. You know, these guys all do pro bono and stuff. They could help me because they're inundated with stuff. And
Well, you know, give me a copy of that order. I'm going to fax the order back to you tonight.
What? Oh, this? Okay.
This document that alleges to be an order, which is absolutely a fraud. But I mean, you know.
Do you want one of these too?
What's that?
Plenty of them.
What's that? That motion? No, you got to mail that out, no matter what.
No. What motion?
The one you filed, the complaint against.
I have to know.
Yeah, the complaint you filed.
Okay.
Asking for the Paul Maness.
Okay.
Well, you know, Paul Maness is a piece of garbage. Paul Maness is an absolute piece of garbage. He's the biggest criminal who will help every corporate criminal in this world, but he won't help a citizen. He won't help anybody. He's a piece of garbage. It should have been removed from the bench.
I don't know who else to go to. I don't know these Congress people or whatever. I don't know who they are.
Well, we went to Barbara Mikulski's office. They locked the doors. They won't let anybody in. And I know the guy that came out of there was from Barbara Mikulski's office. They say, well, you know, there's nobody in there. They use that secret door so they can go in and out. And we went across the street here to Steny Hoyer's office. He's another good useless piece of garbage. And they debate about why America is going bankrupt. Well, this is the reason, Pete. You know, this is the reason right here. I'm sorry I didn't have more time to take photos. My camera died on me down there taking pictures of your house, but
I don't know where to go next. I don't know where to go next. I just want somebody to listen to me, like these judges or some kind of lawyer or something that will say, help me. I mean, we have found fraud. We have found fraud. They fraudulently.
You proved it in every. You proved it in every case.
And there's an order. There is an order.
Right. The order in the U.S. District Court on the 13th.
No, there is an order with the governor's order. It's been ordered that they have to go and go back to these foreclosures.
That's under 14 Maryland Rule 14 something, where the governor ordered, where the Court of Special Appeals said that any time fraud's alleged, you have to get. Judge Mel and them don't give a damn about that. Your case in the Court of Appeals, Court of Special Appeals. I just had Mr. Ramos go down while we were in court waiting 2.5 hours for them to close the door, and that silly blonde-headed piece of garbage clerk hand you an order and say it was signed, it was denied, it was signed in the judge's chambers.
And now you have to leave.
Now you have to leave. This is not an order. No legal order. It won't hold up to the sniff test, folks. It's not, it doesn't say order on here anywhere. It says denied. It doesn't have an explanation why it was denied. It's not in conformity with Title 28, Rule 58, 59. It's not in no way does this make an order. This is just a fraud. So hopefully when you file your case in Judge Titus's court tomorrow, you file an appeal in there.
Or I gotta go to the appeals court now?
You gotta go to the Court of Appeals tomorrow because the order that you got we got a copy of down at the Calvert County Courts, which was unsigned. Okay, it's nothing but a fraud. It's the same exact order. There's no original order in your case file as of 4:30 this afternoon, and I had an independent auditor go down there and audit her account, and I'm meeting with him later on tonight, and you'll have his video. None of these orders are real. They're all a sham. They're all unsigned. And
That worked for the government, right?
huh?
He works for the government, right?
Yeah, he's a government auditor.
Oh, he is?
He's a government auditor. Okay?
They let him go, right? Because he was a whistleblower?
But he got another government job. They got him as a whistleblower for the Department of Defense because he uncovered billions of dollars worth of waste.
That's what he told me.
You know, and he's got another job with the government, and this is how you treat people in this country. So, Jane,
All right, he's an auditor?
he is an auditor for the government of the United States, and if they can't trust his word, shame on them.
Well, can he audit my stuff or look over it or what?
Well, he can audit financial stuff. He's not a forensic auditor on real estate,
Okay.
but he can definitely draw up a law statement so that you can use it in U.S. District Court to sue these judges, the attorneys, and the trustees, everybody who is involved. You have the right on Title 42 to file a 1683, I think it is, or 1983. You have a right to sue them for acts that they do outside of their oath of office. So I'm going to go down here and finish up this, and I'm going to be with you throughout this whole proceeding. Remember, Easter Sunday's coming. You're going to be in your house. You're going to be in your house. Just keep faith. God said you're going to be in your house. You're going to be in your house. Okay? And you let me know about those people from the media who called.
They called. They
Okay,
talked to Christine.
fine. We're going to send that videos out to everybody in the world. And thank you. I'll be here with you any day I have to.
I just can't. This is a nightmare. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it's called economic terrorism.
Oh, shit.
And they're trying to cause you to have a heart attack. Those officers over there, they had to come over and check and find out if you were having a heart attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean?
All the officers of the court in the parking lot, when they saw you breaking down, they wanted, they needed to be assured they didn't have to call an ambulance. And I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you having a heart attack any day. That's what they're trying. If you have a heart attack, they win. They'll take it all while you're in hospital. That's the way these gangster lawyers work.
I don't know why the ACLU can't help.
The ACLU is nothing but gangster lawyers. All they want to do is to undermine the Constitution of the United States to protect the privileged few. Okay, so you have a safe drive home. You all right now? Okay, hon.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
There she goes. I'm going to wrap this up. If you check the earlier shows, you'll see just how corrupt the system is. This is one person. She's trying to keep from having her husband file bankruptcy because she thinks it will cause him to have a heart attack. She is about this far from having a stroke or a heart attack herself. If this woman has a stroke or a heart attack, I will file a complaint on the Court of International Justice in The Hague to bring these judges to task for the criminal acts they committed against her and her family. Everything that is in her file is the truth, and I'm just horrified. Judge Paul Maness is the biggest crook in the state of Maryland, and the FBI and Justice Department need to do their job and to shut this courthouse down. God bless and have a good day. George McDermott signing off. The land of the scam and the home of the fraud. Greenbelt Federal Court, Greenbelt, Maryland, 18th day of April 2011. God bless.
Or the decision of the opinion of the court, there was nothing there, nothing in the file. Then she printed one for the computer. I said, no, I want to see the original one. No.
I want you to stand here and let's just talk about what happened down there. Stand back here a little bit farther. That's pretty good. That's got your house in there pretty good. Okay. Let me get a document. You got a card? I'm George McDermott. We've never formally met. We've never formally met. Here's my business card.
You can pay it for Google.
4 times. That's just the 4 times. Yeah, the reason I'm doing that is it's a life insurance policy. See, so many judges and it's threatened, you know, and I'm up against the godfather of the mafia for staying around. For $140, it's a life insurance policy to be running this up.
Let me do the policy.
Okay.
So you want me to have this in my hand or not?
What? Yeah, just do it with your hands in. Look. Okay, I just want, look, you know, I believe it. You're supposed to report it just the way it is. Okay? George McDermott here, MarylandCourtWatch.com and SecretJustice.com. See, here's one. I'm out here investigating another case of fraud on the court by Judge Tom Smith, and this was NB Homes?
NB Homes, well, NBR Inc. trade as NB Homes.
Okay, and I just met with Wilfred Romero, who I met earlier today in U.S. District Court, and he was kind enough to go down to Annapolis because we both talked yesterday, and he was kind enough to go to Annapolis to check some case files. I wanted some background on his case. I reviewed what he sent me yesterday, and it's clear fraud on the poor part of denial of access to the courts by Tom Smith and the other gangsters in the Maryland Court of Special Deals and the Prince George's County Circuit Court protecting developers like MB Homes. I asked you today when we met at the U.S. District Court. You were there with Jean Rashad. He was going to be a witness, but because the court held us up so long, we were hoping it would give her an actual hearing on her emergency motion for stay, but Judge Peter J. Massetti acted in his normal criminal behavior, and he issued a secret order in his chambers, and then he waited until the clerk of the court brought it out when she was locking the door and said, you can go now, here's your order. It was denied. And here's a copy of the order. And as you notice, this is a copy. Does that say copy on top of it?
Yeah, it says copy.
And under the Maryland Constitution, she was entitled to a original order, right?
Right.
And this is what they're doing, trying to steal Jean's property with this piece of garbage, which is not in conformity with any of the laws enacted under Title 28 of the United States Code of the Judiciary. So, but we're down here now. When you went to the Court of Special Appeals, I gave you some documents to research on your case and some other ones.
Right. I researched my own case and I found only one document that had the original signature. And the rest of the document did not have original signature.
Did you make copies of those documents
Yes.
for me?
Yes.
So all the other orders,
This is a file copy.
this is pursuant to Maryland Rule 8523, the above case shall be heard and decided without oral arguments. Leslie D. Gradette, she's not an attorney. She's not entitled to issue this order. This is the mandate that's issued by Leslie Gradette saying that he owes a $1,200 and the order that accompanies it. Well, here are these two documents. Here's the first one. Okay, and here's the second one. Here's the order. And once again, the order is a rubber stamp, allegedly Peter J. Krauser. It's not in conformity with the Maryland Constitution. As the Maryland Attorney General has stated, the original must be in the file. Did they give you any sight of the original whatsoever?
No, that was
There's no original. Okay.
not even the opinion of the court was in the file.
Nothing.
Not even the opinion of the court was not in the file.
Not even the opinion of the court was in the file.
No, was not in the file.
See, this is typical of what's happening in that gangster-controlled court.
This is the only document that had an original signature.
Is this a copy of it?
That's a copy, but this had an original signature.
It had an original signature. And once again, we have Judge Aries Davis actually working in conformity with the Constitution. He's the only one down there who signs orders. Part of the time. The rest of the time, Leslie Gradette fabricates those orders. And then you got James Eiler. I love that. I love this order. See?
This was the one that they sent to the clerk. It's supposed to be the original copy. It was not original.
No. If you take these James Eiler signatures, I can go back to 1996, and I can give you the copies of all I've got, and you take them and lay them all over each other with a clear vellum, and they're all copies. These are not signed. These are never signed. Somebody in the court is forging James Eiler's signatures. Here's two exact identical copies that I've noted to the court several times before, and you know, there's no way he's going to sign that exactly like it.
That was one provided to the
This
clerk.
is your file copy, and this is the alleged order. And everything is computer generated by the clerk of the court. And were there any orders telling the clerk of the court to issue these orders to you, to make them up and send them?
No, you don't see it.
There was there was no memorandum from the judge saying make the order up and send it out.
I didn't see that in the
No, there is no such thing. And then did you find the document for Jane? Did you?
I didn't have a chance to look at her documents.
You didn't have a chance to look at her documents?
Because
Okay.
the lady took over half an hour to get the record.
Well, this is the way, and the thing is, when you asked to see the copy, did you get a copy of the docket right with that?
The copy of the
docket entries? All the,
no, I didn't have the
history
copy.
of this case.
I have the history of the case, but I didn't get it.
No. Every time you go to court, you need to get a copy of the docket entries. It shows every order, because they'll change that docket.
But there was no docket entry for the Court of Appeal, the Special Court of Appeal. I didn't see any docket entries over there.
There's supposed to be a whole sheet. It's supposed to be on the left side. It tells you every document you filed.
That
the
was
case
not
over.
there.
That was not there.
No.
Do you believe that all the documents you filed with the court were in the actual case file with the Court of Special Appeals?
No, the document, no the brief, nothing was there in the file.
The brief wasn't there. So how can a judge?
Only one motion was in the file. There was a motion for reconsideration that was denied by Chief Judge. That's the only thing that was on the file.
Yeah, but then that's the only thing you said to Chief.
And the petition for the court, I think that was in the file, but the rest was not in the file.
What a sham this is, folks. And Mr. Ramirez, let's see. What is your title here? You're a realtor licensed in Maryland. So you're not an idiot. You have intimate knowledge of what the real estate laws are in the state of Maryland. And has the Maryland Real Estate Commission looked into this for you?
I filed complaints with the Maryland Labor Department when they have all the licensing.
Oh, they don't. Nobody ever gets anything out of the Department of Licensing over in Baltimore. Nothing.
I get a complaint against the engineer, surveyors, an architect that did the house. Only one of them was fined for the $500 for not having a license.
For not having a license. And you said this house was built on an illegal lot. You found out?
It's according to the document that the city of Laurel provide me, if the house is encroaching the building restriction line on the right side and in the back of the house.
Okay. And you said that they hired a unlicensed engineer to engineer it to show that it wasn't encroaching.
They hired a landscape architect that did not have a license at the time that he signed the document on July 16. His license had expired in March 4, 2004, and he signed the document in July 16, 2004. Okay. With no license. The framer of the house did not have a license either as a framer, or as a company of the framer, did not have a license.
Okay.
As a construction company.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And that last document is just a copy of something?
Yes, something else.
Okay, well, let's go in and take a look at your house, because and you can walk me through and show me on video what the deficiencies are. Okay. And we'll make a record. And I would say go file a complaint with the Maryland Commission on Judicial Disabilities against Judge Smith, but we both know that's a waste. I'm putting your complaint in, your documents I gave you to go down to the Court of Special Appeals, the research papers, and I'm sending that to the Justice Department, the FBI, and Maryland Attorney General, as well as I filed it in the court. I will file it in the court. Here's my copy. I'm filing tomorrow. Because Judge Massetti held us up so long to give us this sham order, tomorrow I will be filing this motion in the Court of Special Appeals. And did you read this? Is it the order where they denied everything?
I just glance over there.
Okay. The summary, okay. It says, as per Attorney General's correspondence of March 22nd, the Attorney General makes reference to Maryland Courts and Judicial Proceedings 2-203, and I quote, unless otherwise provided by order of the court, any person may, without charge, inspect, examine, make memorandums and notes of an index or paper file with the court. I've got an error there. Also, see Maryland Rule. I've got. So I made it's Maryland Rule 16 something. Court records are presumed to be open to the public for inspection. Baltimore Sun versus Baltimore City, 359, Maryland 653, 622, 2000, holding that the Circuit Court had no basis to seal court records where statute and rule decision of the Court of Appeals authorizes such. So, well, what they're doing is they're taking these unsigned orders and robbing people like Mr. Romero out of his life's work and savings. You have a right to reopen this. The Attorney General says right in here that that Article 4, Section 1 of the Maryland Constitution requires that our courts be courts of record. This requirement has been interpreted to require that court orders be in writing and not oral. See E.G. Redmond versus Chance 32, 42, 52, 1870. Did you see any originals in your order?
Only one document that was.
And that was a procedural motion, Judge Aries. Every other document is unsigned. He has an absolute right to go back and to reopen these cases because none of these rubber stamped orders can be verified. So let's go inside and look at how they've robbed you.
Okay.
Go on inside. I'll follow with you. With as many deficiencies as are in this home, as alleged in court papers, how many of these other homes are similarly in non-compliance with the Maryland Code and has Judge Tom Smith and the courts helped cover up?
You got 5 cracks over there, and the wall is moving.
There are at least 5 cracks in the poured masonry foundation of this wall here. The wall is moving. The framer was putting up defective materials, yet the courts will do nothing.
Is it with the water exploding?
Wow. It's pouring out.
You can get a close up there.
I've got close up. There's another spot. How can that be? I mean,
You see how this wall is moving out? You gotta see from this side.
wow, look at the crack in that thing.
You can see the wall in this side. You can see how it moves out a little bit.
These are massive cracks in the foundation.
You see how this moving out?
And you can see with your naked eye that the wall's bowing out.
It's about 1.5 inch out.
Yeah, right.
So they,
Yeah, see these houses, these things are all prefabricated, so the foundation was put in the wrong place.
no, the houses, well, they come the wall, they made the wall, they put it together here.
That's what I mean, but they're all prefabricated. That's the direct.
Well, they did that because this place is encroaching the building restriction line and the setbacks.
This is encroaching.
According to the record of the July 1st, 2004 from the city of Laurel that rejected the site plan, this wall is encroaching the building restriction line and property line.
Unbelievable.
All this area is about 1.5 inch.
Oh yeah.
You can see from the bottom if you want.
Yeah, they didn't even attempt to caulk it up and make it look good.
Yeah, see, you can look it from the bottom. Go all around. See?
Yeah. Well, this is how.
So it's no way that strap can wrap the plate. The wall is say 8 inches and the plate 6 inches, and the plate is about 1.5 inches out to the outside.
Mm. The design of the house is pretty, but pretty doesn't get it if you're stuck paying hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're left with something you can't really sell.
Okay, we got an easement here that is 10 feet inside the property. Water storm easement.
Okay.
That the house is encroaching. According to the record from the Cedar Lotto from July 1st, 2004, the house is encroaching the easement, the water storm easement.
Your house is encroaching.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that easy.
It's 10 feet inside the property, the easement.
Unbelievable. Is this a place where they try to patch it back here where there's no paint?
They tried to put anchor bolts. Anchor bolts, and they broke that area over there when they tried to put anchor bolts. Because the house they don't have any anchor bolts, and the straps, they were not nailed. So the house is no anchor to the foundation.
Try it again. Start again.
The 5-ton unit, which is the biggest unit that comes in a single phase,
Right.
is undersized for the size of the first floor and the basement. The unit for the second zone, which is a 3-ton, is oversized for the second zone.
And every one of these houses is basically the same.
But I can show you a smaller house, a lot of smaller house with 8-ton like this one.
Wow. Okay.
The flashing, it doesn't look that they put any flashing in this area, and the flashing is over inside. They can see the hole of the brick that the water can go down. So they don't have no flashing here. No flashing over here. So all these walls, they don't have no flashing. It's only one area that they installed properly the flashing for the bricks. And they use
Those are brick angles up there.
no, but they drill holes. They drill holes instead of make the flash. So they drill holes to the walls. You see, to the mortar, instead of opening them. So this hole is a report for.
They put wheat poles in,
Yeah.
in other words.
Yeah, but they drill it. They're not supposed to drill this. Supposed to. There is no flashing in that area. You can see there. You see the flashing is halfway in the brick, where you can see the hole of the brick that the water can go down.
Unbelievable.
So the water is, according to the code, the flashing supposed to the edge of the brick all the time. And they don't show. It's according to the regulation.
Well, you did a nice job landscaping it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it wasn't like this when you bought it.
No, all this plant. This is the only place that they show flashing for the house. This is the only place that you can see the flashing of the house. Come this area, and you don't see no flashing in this area either.
Yeah, I thought that they put the flashing down and laid the brick and came back and cut it off after they laid it. No. Okay.
You see how this is after they came to fix it. You see how this come? The straps?
Yeah.
That's not laid. This is after they came to fix this. They came to put anchor bolt. This bucket bolt is not holding anything. You see how big it's over there? Not even. They're over there. They have problem with this area too. No racing. This is the
Let me see the docket entries. This is a circuit court case. This is the order of Thomas Smith, isn't it?
That's a decision of Thomas Smith on June 18, 2009.
Well, that's not a decision. That's the daily docket entries.
Right. So he never provided an opinion or
he
a decision.
never gave me
No,
an
no,
opinion. Did
no,
you
he-
order the transcript?
Yeah, I ordered the transcript.
Okay.
And that was.
And so,
I haven't seen any
so
opinion in the
once
record.
again, we're back to the point that once again, he never gave you opinion or an order, and he just gave you the docket entries, and it says clearly that under Article 4, Section 1, you are entitled to a signed order,
Right.
and you did not get, this is
appellant record extract that I submitted to the court.
yeah, and you put some money into that, I'm going to tell you. I've made a couple of them myself, and I can see it.
I did it myself.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what we had to do, you know. That's a very nice document. Open it up to the exhibits page. Just, I know you got an index of exhibits. There you go. This is what an index to exhibits looks like, folks. Table of contents. Table of contents. And these are all the exhibits, right?
Right.
And unbelievable. And they expect you, clerk of the court for Prince George's County,